In the first crypto spring, it was at 10x. It's not yet summer or fall. The change to summer has just begun. If you can see that way of making money for a long time, you will indeed make more money that way. Purchase the sale. Accept it. Get cash ready. We may be in the last chance to put money into the market right now. Now is your last chance, whether you have cash on hand or are still waiting. After this, we'll be in the banana zone, where things get really crazy. When prices went down in 2022, I didn't do anything but buy when I thought the time was right. Down to the bottom. Those of you who don't need the money right now should take that cycle, the down cycle, with open arms. You can expect an 80% drop. This time, it might be less. It could be more. This time, Solana was down 97%. ETH was down 97% the last time we checked. And be happy about it, because every time you buy at a low point, you'll make 10, 20, or even 50 times your money, based on what you buy. That means it makes a lot of money. You could say that Solana was a 10x in the first crypto spring. Summer and fall are still to come. The change to summer has just begun. If you can see that way of making money for a long time, you will indeed make more money that way. Purchase the sale. Accept it. Get cash ready. We may be in the last chance to put money into the market right now. Now is your last chance, whether you have cash on hand or are still waiting. After this, we'll be in the banana zone, where things get really crazy. After that, you can't buy it at your starting levels. You're underwater if there really is a bear market. That's not where you should be, or not by much. You should try to get as many points as you can in these last rounds. So if you like to think about the future, wait until 2026 and say, wow, I can't believe I can get more and compound more wealth, prepare some cash for that, and be ready. When everyone else is scared, you should be the one to say, hey, I have money. Remember that no one has money when you really need it. It was hard for me to get money because of the slow market, less cash coming in, and all the other things that you have to deal with. Anyway, that's one way to get there. Some of you say, well, I want to take everything off the table when it comes to the other option. The down markets are too stressful for me. That's okay too, right? Everyone needs to learn more about their own thoughts and actions. I can't help you time the top. Based on my work, I know it should be between the summer and winter of 2025. When though? My information on liquidity says that it will be at its highest point in July 2025. Is that going to be right for sure? I'm not sure, but it will go in the right general direction because it will look like most other cycles. All too often, the processes have reached their peak at the end of the year. Could that change though? Remember that the last cycle was strange because there was a big rise. We reached a high point. A lot of people sold their shares. After that, we had another peak. It didn't get much better. After that, it fell apart at the end of the year. Things were different in 2013. In the end, it was a great pump, and 2017 was a faster pump. In fact, the 2021 peak was a bit different from the other two rounds. My point is that we don't know what the tops will look like. How are you going to time that? Let's say you get out within about 10% to 20% of the high or something. Say you turned $100 into $1,000. You're now ready for the bear market. I promise you that you won't put the same amount back in because you'll be afraid of losing it. In the end, you'll make the situation much smaller than you would have liked. I don't know when to add. When to add is a bad thought that you play with. You mess up the whole thing before you know it. What if you had kept it and added that it would have been better? One thing I think most people don't know is that it might be simple to make money. Like I did in 2017, you won't feel bad if it goes up even more. The hard part is putting the same amount back in though. There's a real mental issue here, so give that one some thought. That's not how I like to do things. I feel like everyone is trying too hard to be cute. This is the road I think most people should take. We don't know what the cycle top will look like, so I might do something different this time. We're not sure exactly when it will be. We do know that ending this year would be crazy early. In the back half of the year, after the US election, there's usually a huge surge until the end of the year. That's why I say to use that in terms of time instead of price. And maybe take your car, your house, or some extra money if you're lucky. Get some crypto out of crypto land and put it in fiat world where you live to protect your way of life and the things that are important to you. You've now taken away all the stress. I'm going to take a third off because you did it in time and not by price. That was near the end of the year. The price will go up a lot, so I don't care what it is. I'm going to take it off now. Then, I've taken less risk with my life so I can run 2025 smarter now. You can then run with the last 2/3 of your money, which is 2025, and say, okay, I'm going to take some time off around the summer. If I want to take more time off, maybe you don't need to. You could just run the rest because your life is now less dangerous. That's the best way to do it. On the other hand, if we do get a huge pump between 2013 and 2017, I would probably take another third off. It doesn't matter if it doesn't grow and get stuck. You cut it in thirds. You've kept your way of life safe. After that, you can use that to buy cash. You can buy the dip with that money or use it for living chips, as I already said. You'll be ready for, if it ends early this way, you're still in the game, even though you've taken your money off the table. The long-term trend is to be in the game. That's what I care about most. It can get really crazy though. You can take off a little more and put it in the lifestyle chips bank. After that, you still have a position, because I think you make bad decisions in the stable market if you don't have one. That's how it works. You might not say a third now. It could be 50% for you. It doesn't matter. To give you an idea of what I mean, don't try to nail the top. Instead, think about time zones and how much lifestyle chips lower the risk in your life. Since I believe this is an important trend that shouldn't be messed up, that's the best advice I can give. This time I think I'll use the third off approach because I want to change some things about my life. I didn't do that the last time and I was really content with just buying the dip. I will buy the drop in 2026 for sure, since this trend isn't going away. I bought some others, but these two artists make me think that a big chunk of that $100 trillion will be kept in high-end art that stays in crypto land. I'll talk about that theory another time. For that reason, I've been putting some of my gains into long-term assets, but I'll really cut a third off and run the rest. I don't wish to mess with it too much. Every time I've seen someone. For the most part, Jeff Bezos is the richest person in the world because he has never sold any of his stock. It's not true that he didn't hold on to all of these people over time. Also, buy more if you can. But wait, that's just the main idea for you. I hope that helps. Try not to time it based on the exact price. Set a time limit for it. I like the end of the year because it's usually a great time to take some time off and feel good about leaving some money on the table. It will seem like a lot of money. You won't feel like it's too early, but it will be just right to make a change in your life, which gives you the drive to succeed. And again, don't do anything. If you really want to make more money, buy the sell-off. Get the most out of it. Set some money away. Put it away like a squirrel. Keep it. Do everything you can to get money in.